That was so out of sync. We got this right. There we go. Much better.
Action. I'm going to keep that all in. Welcome back, everybody. Today we are reviewing Spider-Man Far From Home, what I personally think is the worst Spider-Man movie. That's a great way to start the review.
I mean,
I'm going to give it I'm Bladen. That's Joe. I'm going to give it off to Joe. He's going to give you a quick rundown synopsis of the movie, and then we're going to get into the review like we've done with every other one of these videos. I'm getting tired of explaining how this goes to you people because you should know already.
I told you, we got to get like a pre-recorded intro, and then we'll just cut in right after, and it'll just be a different... We'll have like a poster here or something. After returning from the dead after 5 years, Peter is thrown back into regular life. Soon he is recruited by S.H.I.E.L.D. to help defeat the elemental monsters that followed Mysterio, but Mysterio seems to have goals of his own. Spider-Man Far From Home premiered at the TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood, Los Angeles on June 26, 2019, and was theatrically released in the United States on July 2nd as the final phase in Phase 3.
The final phase in Phase 3?
It was written weird. I didn't write that one.
The final movie in Phase 3.
I don't usually write
Can we be slightly professional?
Oh, man. No. Yeah, so hot takes. You've already said yours. And my notes are all over the place, so I'm doing great at keeping. My hot take is that Mysterio is the only good thing from this movie.
Yeah, I can accept that.
Yeah. And your hot take is that this is the worst of the, well, I assume the three Tom, well, no, all of them.
Every Spider-Man
all
movie.
The Andrew Garfield ones, all
yes.
the
Toby ones, all the Into the
animated.
Spider-Verse. Yeah. This is the worst one.
See, I don't like Homecoming. And I think that Mysterio for me is a little bit above Vulture. So, well, actually, he's a lot above Vulture, and I think it brings Far From Home above Homecoming for me. But that's just me. We'll get to it.
At least in Homecoming, he's in New York City.
True enough. But I do like his movement in some of the scenes in Venice, where he's like swinging through the windows and like jumping back up. The movement's kind of cool. But anyways,
this movie sucks.
It's definitely not the best movie. But that is the wrong notes. I'm doing so great now that I've put all my notes into folders. Now I don't know where.
Finally organized.
I know them. I organized them all, and now I can't get to them as quickly. So, is this a good movie? It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
By the way, when I say worst Spider-Man movie, I'm not saying it's a terrible movie. It's like
it's not awful, but
that just goes to show how good all the other Spider-Man movies are, especially TASM 2.
No, it's not.
Yes.
But we'll get to that one actually pretty soon. But
very soon.
It's an okay movie.
We got 2 more movies.
TASM 2 is not the first one of our.
No, I mean until we started.
Yeah, but it's not going to be the first one.
Can you just let me have this?
Are we starting with Toby's or are we starting with Andrew Garfield's? I think we should start with Andrew Garfield's because the Toby ones are better, easily better.
You know, you had to say easily.
No, I know,
and that's what made me pissed.
I only added it on to get you going, but yeah. So. If you could change things about this, would you?
That's who I am right now. Tobey Maguire.
Yourself?
I'm Tobey Maguire.
You're crying about watching...
I'm Tobey Maguire in every single one of his movies.
You're crying about how bad the Andrew Garfield movies are? Anyways.
Only one set of those movies has Topher Grace's Venom in them.
See, I don't think he does a bad job as Eddie Brock, but we're not here yet. We're not to that yet. And we will get to that. Now... if you could change things about this movie, would you? Yeah, I would change a lot. And I know they started leaning into the multiverse with this movie, kind of, but not really.
Yeah, they kind of made the multiverse look like stupid in this movie, which kind of sucks.
They did in a way, but at the same time, they did... I feel like this movie harmed the multiverse saga.
You know what would have been really funny? In the comics, the ultimate version of Mysterio is the same version of Mysterio from the 616 universe. What if this Mysterio was the Mysterio from another universe and brought that Mysterio into this universe?
You have two Mysterios running around. That would have been interesting. And see, there's a lot of problems that I have with this movie. And one of the biggest ones is I think they were trying to figure out where they were going to go. Because one, they mentioned multiverse and they kind of like leaned into that a little bit. Then at the end of the movie, they're like, "Oh, Nick Fury and Maria Hill were Skrulls the whole time." So then you get
it felt like they were setting too much up.
And they were trying to set up like maybe even more storylines, because then you also have, we have no more Avengers. So then
his identity is revealed.
And then Spider-Man's identity is revealed.
Yeah, it feels like they were setting up like 12 movies.
So many different storylines.
They were setting up they were setting up a Sinister Six. They were setting up No Way Home. They were setting up the multiverse for the next phase.
Yeah.
They were setting up Secret Invasion. They were just trying to do too much.
It was definitely too
taking him out of New York, putting in all the elementals. Like,
I actually kind of like the elementals.
I like them.
Sure.
I just feel like there's too much.
Yeah,
because they sort of take these, like, some of my favorite Spider-Man villains, like Molten Man and Sandman, and they just kind of
Hydro Man, like literally exists. So
yeah, and they just kind of like turn them into, Mysterio made those guys up, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, but then you have Sandman come in for No Way Home.
Exactly.
So it's like,
and we don't even see Spider-Man fight Sandman.
Yeah, and then he's not even one of the bad guys. So, well, kind of in the final fight, but yeah, never mind. This movie's about this movie. We keep going towards other Spider-Man movies, but
because we don't want to talk about this one because it's the worst one.
I don't know. I like a lot of Mysterio in this movie.
No, I'm not saying Mysterio isn't good.
No, but
he's one of my favorite villains in the MCU.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I think Mysterio alone makes this one better than Homecoming. Like, and that's kind of where I am for that. But I think overall, I think Mysterio made this movie better than Homecoming for me personally. But
you're wrong.
Well, I don't know. I just didn't really like Homecoming that much either.
I liked Homecoming because I like Homecoming more than this because it captures more what Spider-Man is than this movie.
In certain
ways. They took Spider-Man out of New York. You don't take Spider-Man out of New York.
You really shouldn't, unless he's like literally stuck with the Avengers doing something big. It should be at least big city based. If you're gonna take him out of New York, but then you also have the problem they go to Washington. Yeah. So both movies have that problem.
Yeah, but one spends its entirety outside of New York, and the other one has to go off on a little adventure somewhere else because of something that happened in New York.
Yeah.
Also, they made Peter Parker not want to be Spider-Man in this movie, which I don't like.
It was.
I don't like it when they do it in the comics.
Yeah.
I don't like it when they did it in Spider-Man 2.
The only time it was okay was the original time.
Yeah,
in my personal
the first
opinion.
time because it literally
was
lasted,
him like being like, "Hey, this is like the third villain that I fought. I don't know if I can put up with this kind of thing." And then he was like, and then Human Torch comes in and everything. But I don't know. There's more that
he's not talking about Spider-Man no more. He's talking about the first time it actually happens in the comics where he's questioning not being Spider-Man. Yeah.
But I don't know. Homecoming, I don't know. There's just something about it that I don't like near as much as Far From Home. But we'll get to that at a different point. Changing things in this movie. How would you change it?
Put him in New York. I think that's really the only thing you'd have to change.
Honestly, they could have done a lot of the storyline in New York, and it would have been fine.
Yeah. Why did Quentin Beck have to, like, why did it have to be all over the, like,
because Happy has to come pick him up in the jet in the end. That's it. That's the whole reason that he has to be in a different country. because the jet is
Yeah.
how they travel around.
Yep.
And how he gets his new suit, which kind of sucks. It's not the worst, but
Yeah.
it's not great either.
Because I feel like if you literally just put him back in New York, it works 10 times better. You could have had the same story and just have him be in New York,
yeah.
and everything would have worked out fine.
Yeah, and I think that would have helped. But I'm curious if they were trying for budget reasons rather than having New York City being destroyed again for the umpteenth time. And then, because there's a lot less destruction, and you have to remember that Quentin's using smaller drones than what he gets after he gets the glasses. So you would want that smaller scale of a city. So
I feel like it would have been easier to pull off in that tighter, crammed area because
then you can set up projectors.
Yeah, and it'd be a lot harder for people to notice because if you're in like a big, wide open space, and something happens, it literally happens in this movie when MJ finds the camera.
Yeah.
It's because it's a wide open space. It got shot, and then it just landed in an open area. I feel like if we were in New York City, there'd be garbage flying around, and cars are everywhere, and people are running. Like that wouldn't have happened if this had taken place in New York.
See, I think I'm curious if part of why they didn't want to do that was because of the blip and everything there. Because you have 5 years after Thanos snaps, you have them in New York. You have people who have probably come from other places to settle in New York City to try and fix the obvious problems that'll happen from a city suddenly being devoid of half of its population. And then you have the other half of the population suddenly back there.
Mhm.
So then you have people who are moving in and out of the city kind of thing. But again, there's been 5 years.
You know what they could have done in this movie? In order to differentiate it from Homecoming, instead of having them go on this big trip, just have them go to college.
But they need that for No Way Home.
It could have still been a No Way Home.
No, I agree.
When his identity is revealed, and it would have been worse because he would have already been in college and then got kicked out.
And you could have been like he was going and visiting different colleges or something like that. And then Nick Fury, Talos is using his travels and being like, oh, you should go to this college next kind of thing, which we'll get into that later.
No, I would have even liked it better if he had just been enrolled in MIT, because in MIT, that's where Quentin Beck was betrayed by Tony.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have been in New York.
Make Quentin Beck be one of the teachers there. And
what if he was posing as a different teacher? What if he was like, I don't know, he could have said his name's like Miles Warren and just set up like a whole different storyline and not even revealed that Mysterio was actually like the villain of this movie. Imagine how sick that would be if Mysterio was the twist villain and like nothing showed him.
You just didn't know until halfway through at least. It could have been really good. That would have been really cool.
And that's why I don't like this movie, is because there's so much stuff it could have done.
Especially with Mysterio. There is so much you can do. And there is the really cool sequence in the warehouse and after the warehouse that I think, we'll get to that when we get to the favorite sequences, but it's just, they could have done a lot more. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, they did too much. Like, they should have focused on the Spider-Man storyline of it and just been like, maybe at the end you have Nick Fury show up and be like, oh, we've been keeping track on, or Talos show up and be like, hey, we've been keeping track on Quentin Beck as he's been taking out all these different things.
Yeah,
like, you want to be,
why does Nick Fury even need to be involved?
Or just leave him out. But they want to try and set up the Skrull invasion.
Yeah, I feel like you don't need the super secret spy element if he's not traveling all over the world. Like, if he's just in college and Quentin Beck is coming for, and you could have even just had him set up by giving him the Edith glasses. Nick Fury's the one with the Edith glasses. They're supposed to go to Peter. Nick Fury just gives him the glasses, and then.
But then I have a problem with the Edith glasses too.
What?
Peter's been gone for 5 years. Tony Stark makes these glasses between time travel and everyone disappearing, or rather him getting back from space, for Peter without knowing that
I don't
Peter
think
is
they were-
going to come back, and then
No.
he leaves it existing in space while he's on Earth, being like, "Hey, I'm not doing anything like that anymore." Like, come on, there's a lot of plot. holes
I
with the
always thought that the
glasses.
Edith glasses were just invented for Tony when he was.
But the scale of the satellite and everything there.
He had a Hulkbuster sitting up there. It's a
Yeah, but
precaution.
that makes more sense because more people use the Hulkbuster.
Okay. Can I?
but then he's
I can fix your entire problem right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
I can fix it right now.
Okay, fix it.
He gets back from space in Endgame, and he says, "I told you we needed a suit of armor around the world." What is he gonna do in the situation where now he gets home, he has a wife who's pregnant, and at any point in time, these aliens could come back to the Earth?
So he builds drones.
Yes, outside of space. Outside
Yeah,
of
but
space.
why is it not he obviously has the money and the technology to build a satellite that will blast spaceships out of the sky. Why is he building drones that are controlled by glasses for Peter Parker?
Because he like what are you arguing with me about?
No, I just
You want him
think
to put a
it's,
what? Because what if somebody got control of it and then just decided to blast the Earth?
It's pointed out. You point it towards space, not towards the Earth if you're shooting at spaceships.
Have you never watched Rise of the Fallen?
Whether I have or not, the satellite should be pointed outwards.
It
towards
literally
space
happens
if
in the
it's-
Justice League animated show.
Yeah, but that one's different because that one's literally like, hey, we made a teleporter, and then they adjust the teleporter.
No,
to
they just
become
made a laser.
Oh, I mean, they
It's
use it
literally
as
a laser.
but
No, and they have the exact
Oh,
same
yeah,
reason.
no, you're right.
Because when the Thanagarians come down
you're right.
in Starcross, they make that in order to stop him.
Yeah, that's right. But I have a problem with it there too because, and the world has a problem with it.
Yes, I'm not saying Tony was right to do
No,
that. I'm
no.
just saying it makes sense for his character in order to make precautions for stuff coming from space.
Yeah, but in that case, make it a giant laser then, and make it, or you could make it something that is light based, so that way you can actually have hologram technology. Since hologram technology is light based technology,
Maybe that's what the drones were meant for. Maybe they just because they have the projectors already on them.
He just
just
made
hide
them
the
for
Earth.
projecttors.
No, they just go if something's coming. They
There's
just go around
definitely
and
not
hide the
enough
Earth.
for that. There's too many questions that come up from that issue. That's my main point with it. Is like
I'm just saying it makes sense for him to have made them.
I'm not saying that it doesn't make sense for him to do something. I'm saying that something that they show in this movie does not make sense. That's my point for that. But there's way better ways you could do things. And if you're going to make drones that are connected to one AI thing that are controlled by one person who apparently is the only one who has connection to it and doesn't exist anymore, why not make more Iron Man suits that are better?
Well, he did make Iron Man suits. He made the rescue.
No, I
rover,
know,
and he
but,
made
like-
his new suit.
But I mean, like the Age of Ultron suits, where they literally be controlled by people rather than an AI. But then again, he's already had that problem with the Age of Ultron, so why is he making things that are controlled by an AI again? So now he's literally making an Age of Ultron situation again.
Well, he thinks Ultron is gone. Like
You know,
he's dead. He doesn't have to worry about it now.
he doesn't have
He's
to
like,
worry
Peter,
about
this
it.
is your problem now.
But yeah, no, it's huge plot hole for me, and I don't know. I've spent way too much time on this. Other thing I would have changed: make Nick Fury Nick Fury. Don't bring the scrolls in yet.
I just wouldn't have used Nick Fury. I
mean,
honestly don't see why
too,
Nick Fury
but-
has to be involved in a Spider-Man story.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand. See, and it's part of what I have with this movie that I also have a problem with is they were trying to set up Spider-Man to be the Avenger after
Yeah,
the
which he
Avengers,
should never
which
be.
he should not have been. Yeah, and they shouldn't have been trying to set it up.
I feel like
and
what they
give
should have
too
done-
many nods to it.
What they should have done is instead of doing this whole I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna stop being Spider-Man, all this blah 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 nonsense, is have him be in New York, have him going to college. MJ's there, Ned's there. He can still have the I want to ask MJ out thing. Quentin Beck working at that college because he knows Peter Parker is there and he knows he's somehow
Somehow.
like whatever.
Which makes more sense than
Yeah.
some of the other things that he knows how to do.
And he can do the whole elemental thing. You could try to get Peter on his side, whatever. You could have Peter either get the E the classes or get something else. And then I think even if you did do something like where it's more self-contained in New York City, you wouldn't need to have the whole big drone in space thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. But
Just putting him back in New York solves every problem.
it solves quite a few of them. Not quite all of them, but a lot of them. But timeline-wise, what do you think? Being
it kind of
the
has
movie
to
right
come
after
out
Endgame.
After Endgame.
Yeah, no, I think
I feel like when they announced it was because they announced it before Infinity War came out. So they're like,
before
wait,
Endgame
Spider-Man
yeah, Far
got
From Home.
dusted, but
now he's the next movie. Yeah, no, that was definitely a problem. But yeah, I think where it was released timeline-wise is fine. It doesn't have problems, unlike the last movie. Or, well, yeah, no, the last movie. And last two movies.
Yep.
CGI. How do you think CGI holds up?
That is one thing I do think held up pretty well in this movie.
100%.
But then again, TASM 2 had better CGI.
There's parts that I think are really good in TASM 2, but I think this one, the only time it looks weird is the inside scene where they're like rehearsing the
I think the whole thing looks weird. The suit looks fake. Every scene it's
the
in.
Mysterio one?
No, the Spider-Man
Oh,
one.
the Spider-Man one.
Every scene it's in, it looks
the
fake.
Spider-Man one does look pretty bad.
And I'm honestly not a big fan of the Mysterio suit in this movie.
I don't
They tried making it too
Iron Man-y.
Yeah,
but
he tried.
It was on purpose, which is
no, I know
that,
but it's also it's just like
the part that I really like is the bar scene after Peter gives him the glasses and leaves, and then they take the other parts off, and I was like, man,
just do that.
Why is he not just wearing a cape and the fishbowl over his head like that? Like, it would have been
they had the suit
so cool. Like, it was so cool. Yeah. But I also do like his mocap suit that he wears after that scene. Like,
oh yeah, that one, because
that one looks really good. Just because of what it's supposed to be.
Because it's just a real mocap.
Because it's just a real mocap suit. Like, but yeah.
But for some reason, we can't just get a real Spider-Man suit on screen. It's got to look like an action figure.
Yeah, and you get the Iron Spider suit at the start, and all the problems. Actually, the problems with floating head in this one that weren't there in Endgame.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of that.
I feel like the Iron Spider suit is one suit in the MCU that suffers least from the floating head thing.
Yeah,
because it's meant to be like skin
It's
tight.
close enough. But
because it's like meant to wrap around like that. With the Iron Man suits, it's supposed to be like a little bulkier. It's like a suit you're putting on. But with the it's
got a big collar.
Yeah, especially with the Iron Spider suit, it's nanotech, so it's going to be just flush to the skin.
Yeah. But overall, I think the Spider-Man suits in this one. I mean, he doesn't wear the Homecoming suit, right?
No, but Aunt May packs it.
Aunt May packs it, and Mysterio puts it on him in some of the illusions.
in the
that
is another thing I'd give this movie is that illusion scene with Mysterio.
The illusion scene's so good. We'll get to that one with favorite sequences because that's easily mine. But I think overall, Iron Spider suit not that great. His final suit. It's okay. It's not the worst.
I feel like the only thing you would have needed to do to fix it is give him the arms and make the back spider either red or blue.
I think making the back spider red or blue would have worked most, and then take away the red lines. If you take away the red lines, change the color of the spider on the back, it's fine.
Yeah, and I don't like the fingerless glove thing that they tried doing, where he's like, it's only
for the night monkey suit?
They tried giving him like the Miles Morales thing, where it's only like the tips of his fingers have that. I don't like that.
I like the Night Monkey suit overall. I hate the moniker of Night Monkey though. That's so stupid.
It makes sense.
I get what they were going for because Ned's the one who makes it up on the spot and everything.
That's the best Night Monkey.
This is really. You haven't been thinking of any other superhero name for Spider-Man in your what, 3 years of
I could
being
probably rattle
the
off
man in the
3
chair?
right now that probably could have worked better. Tarantula. You could have had
Tarantula's already a character.
Black
but you
Spider.
could've- Or just call him Night Spider. Yeah, no. There's way better names you could come up with than Night Monkey. And then
Spider Knight.
didn't they make a Night Monkey character in the comics later on?
I hope they didn't.
I'm pretty sure they did. But it's not Peter Parker. And it's like, why? But anyways, yeah. The Spider-Man suits, Night Monkey suit's probably the best suit in this movie. I think it's better than the Homecoming one. Aside from when he has the goggles up. The goggles look so bad when they're up.
I also really don't like that he's got literal fingerless gloves.
If his fingers had fingers, if his gloves had fingers, I think it would easily be the best suit in this movie. But
Maybe. I don't know.
yeah. Characters. How consistent are they in this movie? Obviously, Nick Fury's not Nick Fury, so that's nothing.
Quentin Beck stays consistent with what he has had established in this movie, but we don't see him before that. Maria Hill isn't Maria Hill. Ned kind of...
Ned's consistent.
I don't know.
Though, then again, his relationship, quote unquote, with Betty
does really come out of
I
nowhere.
like the nod to the comics, but as the characters are written, it makes zero sense. Like, even the scene leading up to it, literally, he's like, oh, you like these things? And she's like, no. He's like, do you like this? No. Do you like this? No. And it's like,
but we brushed hands.
But you touched my hand, so obviously now we're dating. And it's like, what?
I can tell you from experience. That's not how that works.
It doesn't work that way. But...
And also, a plane, kind of the worst spot to start a relationship. You're crammed next to people.
Hey, they were dating all the way through the entire
There's
trip.
someone behind you, in front of you, next to you, and next to you, and you're trying to establish a relationship with the girl you probably met for the first time. Well, not met for the first time. They've gone to school together and everything.
The first time you've
actually had an interaction with this person is on a plane. And also, Ned, I don't know if you know this, but you're probably not the most comfortable person to sit next to on a plane either.
Just saying.
No offense. but
that's why she was dating him. She was like, you just gotta scoot over a little bit.
Yeah. And they're also so corny. Like the scene where they're on the bus. I miss you.
God.
You're sitting right next to him. God. And Peter's reaction is so valid. He's like, I would have literally walked over to him and went, Ned,
it's like,
you're a loser. I can no longer be your friend.
Ned, put your phone down. She's right there, man.
If I ever catch my friend doing something like that.
See, I could understand if he was like sitting in the back of the bus and she's like a couple seats away and he's like, oh, I miss you. And she's like, I miss you too.
Yeah.
That would have made
You're sitting right next to each other.
You
don't need to miss each other.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Just get off your phone, you screenager.
It's like, oh my gosh.
I ever caught my friend doing that? Backhand on the spot.
Dude, really? You're gonna miss her because she's not gonna stay with you.
And the fact that Betty was doing it too.
Yes.
Like, Ned probably never been in a relationship before.
Yes, Ned, it's semi-understandable.
Betty, she's one of the popular kids in school. She understands social cues.
Would she be one of the... Well, I guess...
She was friends with Liz.
Everyone who's a popular kid...
She's in Peter...
Wait.
No.
Anyone who was in the blip would have been a popular kid.
No.
Yes.
Because even before that, she's
in... No. I know she is,
in Peter's grade.
I'm just saying, like, 5 years after the blip...
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying throughout all of high school, throughout high school, she was one of the cool kids. When she was in Peter's grade, which Peter and Ned were, I think they said they were freshmen or sophomores in Homecoming, and Liz was a senior, and Betty was hanging out with Liz.
Yeah. You know what would have been interesting though is if they introduced Betty in Homecoming and she was younger than Peter.
No, that wouldn't have been interesting.
No. Wait. Because then Infinity War happens and she doesn't get snapped away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then when she comes back, then she's older than them. I think that would have been more interesting than having literally everyone in Peter's class be snapped away.
That would have been interesting, but then I wouldn't have liked it if Ned dated
No,
her.
100%. I'm not saying that would have been good.
I think it would have been interesting if that could happen, but she could have stayed in the same grade as them, and then when they come back, she's already working for the Daily Bugle.
Yeah, but that's my point. Like, just comic book wise, Betty Brant is what, 6 years older than Peter?
I think she's meant to be like 5 or 6 years older,
Yeah.
because when Peter starts working at the Daily Bugle in the comics, he's a senior in high school.
Yeah.
And Betty is meant to be a couple of years older than him.
Yeah, so roughly 5 years older.
Yeah, so
which happens to be the
yeah.
blip.
if Peter was in a senior in high school, he was either 17 or 18. So then Betty would have probably been what, 21, 22.
Yeah, probably 22.
That would have worked.
Man,
Also,
they could have done
Betty
better.
Brant in Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I think they should have done more. And again, it's another problem with the blip and what they didn't do with the blip. Like, imagine if they had even done something like that with this movie. It would have brought this movie up. Like, if they were like, "Oh, Betty's now 5 years older than all these people she was in class with."
You want to
Like,
know something
come
else
on.
crazy? The fact they casted the perfect Gwen Stacy actress as Betty Brant.
I know.
She's a brunette, guys.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
But
You want to know something else? Why does Tobey Maguire look like he's older than that version of Betty Brant when he's meant to be in high school when he first meets her?
I mean, that's pedantics.
Right.
Oh, man. But
Also,
yeah.
we get J.K. Simmons back at the end of this movie.
That's true, which we'll get to with the end credit scenes.
Nope.
Character consistence, they're fine across the board.
Yeah.
MJ's still not MJ.
I forgot we were on that question, to be honest with you.
MJ's not MJ.
We
Betty
got on the
Brant's
whole rant
not
about
Betty
and
Brant.
then,
Peter is, I guess, kind of still Peter.
Yeah.
Not quite the same.
You know what they should have done?
What?
They could have just stuck to the comics and just had Peter go from wanting to go out with Liz to then going out with Betty. That would have been interesting.
It would have been interesting.
And then Betty could have found out Peter was Spider-Man, left. Like
I mean, you could have had him break up without her finding out, but
well, in the comics, doesn't she find out he's Spider-Man?
not until Ned becomes Hobgoblin.
Right.
So they've been broke up for quite a while after.
You think Ned's becoming Hobgoblin in Brand New Day?
No.
I think it's a possibility.
I think it's possible. I think they're already doing too much for Brand New Day. If they make Ned becoming
I feel like they
Hobgoblin
could
too,
set it up for the next movie.
mean, if they do.
Did you hear
but-
there's a rumor that Peter's supposed to die at the end of this movie?
I have heard that rumor. But
And like he's gonna get
that's-
resurrected by
we'll talk about that at the end. We'll talk about that at the end, okay?
what, do you like that rumor?
We'll
talk about it at the
We'll talk about it at the end. Personal best performance in this movie.
Jake
Quentin
Gyllenhaal?
Yeah. Mysterio, the only thing that carried this movie.
Yeah.
My hot take, and I mean Jameson shows up at the end, but
Jake Gyllenhaal's my fan cast for Batman. I think he played a great Batman.
You know, I could see that.
I mean,
I could see him doing both sides.
you got
both Bruce Wayne's
you got
side and
Nightcrawler, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, Nightcrawler's such a good movie. Yeah. That's an intense movie too. Anyway, not about that movie. We've already gone really long.
Yeah, and then you have the detective elements from Zodiac.
Yeah.
You got the Playboy as just Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Like he's like one of the biggest actors working
Did you
right
see
now.
the
Roadhouse, look at his build.
gosh,
Like he could be the perfect Batman. Why is he not already
Did
cast?
you see the ambulance chasing, or not chasers one, but it was like an EMS one where he's like
I've heard of it.
He's built in that one too. Like he didn't need to be, but he was.
Could you imagine seeing Jake Gyllenhaal and David Cornsweet together?
That would be,
And he's the perfect age to
he
be
would
the
a
Batman they're
great
setting up
age
in
for it.
DCU.
Jake Gyllenhaal would make a fantastic Batman. We're
I could
spending
s-
a lot of
I
time
could
on
see that
everything
j-
but this Spider-Man.
I could see that jawline working under the cowl.
That's true.
The
It's
white
true.
eyes, they can work.
But yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't think there's any. Well, actually, I kind of like the teacher with glasses. I think
He's funny
I
in
think
this
he does
movie.
a really good job in this.
I like
movie.
the black teacher too.
The black teacher
Well,
didn't have enough
I'm a
screen
man of
time,
science.
but so witches,
Witches.
witches. Yeah, no. I wish he had a little bit more
Harold!
time to actually flesh out his character, but
Yeah.
the teacher with glasses got a little bit more.
Yeah,
time,
and then
so-
he has one of my funniest lines in Spider-Man: Homecoming, where he's like, "Can't lose another student on a class trip."
Can't lose another student on a class
again.
trip. I kind of wish they had made reference to that in Far From
And
Home.
in fact, he was also in Incredible Hulk
Yeah.
as the same character. It's been
Yup.
confirmed.
Yep. He's been here longer than Peter has.
Yeah, by one movie actually.
Even though that's technically not confirmed for Iron Man 2.
It is.
I thought they only
No,
said it was a possible.
it's been
Peter
confirmed.
Parker.
It has
Okay.
been confirmed.
Anyways, favorite scene or sequence in this movie? The Mysterio.
The Mysterio nightmare
Yeah,
scene. We
yeah.
can move past that.
Yeah. It's
I do
fantastic scene.
also like the final battle
The final battle is
where he closes his eyes.
the final battle is good for that part.
Yeah.
Everything
okay.
else about it was kind of there. Like
Yeah.
it felt like it was trying to be too big while also being not big because it's Mysterio who's doing it. So it was like it didn't find that balance between this is Mysterio doing things and this is an actual threat
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like it needed to find a little bit more balance, but the eyes closed scene was really cool. And then end credit scenes.
We got Peter's identity being revealed, and then
And J. Jonah
we got
Jameson
J. Jonah
reveal.
Jameson.
And then we got the
Wait a minute.
scroll reveal. That was the final. Yeah.
You know what? He could have just had a scroll stand in for Peter, with Spider-Man next to him.
You know, they could have.
Could have resolved the whole thing.
It would have been.
And you're really telling me
Possible.
that Doctor Strange can't just make an illusion real quick of Peter Parker
Or
standing
the
next
fact
to
that
Spider-Man?
Nick Fury saw all these things happening or
And
got
is still in
reports of
space.
all those things happening and stayed in space without doing anything for Peter Parker, the only Avenger that he sent those two to help take care of.
Nick Fury sucks.
Yeah,
Wait.
they really killed him. And
We literally get Nick Fury in this and then Secret Invasion. And are those like the last times we see Nick Fury?
oh gosh, the Marvels.
Is he in the Marvels? Is he good in the Marvels?
He says the line "Black Girl Magic." So does that tell you anything?
We gotta stop the retrospective now. We gotta stop before we get to that.
Oh gosh. Yeah, people who say that the Marvels might be better than Captain Marvel, I still don't know yet. We haven't gotten there. But yeah, so how would you rank this movie? We're gonna need to pull up the list because I'm gonna need to see the ones around Homecoming at least.
Okay, so you want me to just run through them? Because this is the last movie of the phase.
Yes,
So it is the time we run through.
Yeah,
Movies and shows?
yeah, go through it
Okay.
all.
It's
Yeah.
loading.
Oh well, I can
Okay.
name the top three.
Go ahead.
We got so far. We got Daredevil season 3. We got Infinity War, and then we got Winter Soldier.
Those are all
And
correct.
then
S
is it
tier is
season 1 of Daredevil above Avenger or the first Avenger, or is
Yes.
it
Yep,
okay?
yep.
And then it's the first Avenger.
so S tier. We have Daredevil season 3, Infinity War, Winter Soldier, Daredevil season 1, Captain America: The First Avenger, Avengers: Endgame, Daredevil season 2, Civil War A tier, Civil War, Avengers, Iron Man, Punisher season 1, Defenders, Avengers: Age of Ultron, Jessica Jones season 2, Jessica Jones season 1. B tier, Iron Fist season 2, Iron Fist season 1, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Thor, Iron Man 3, Ant-Man, Black Panther, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Luke Cage season 2, Luke Cage season 1, Iron Man 2, Thor: The Dark World. C tier, Guardians, Hulk, Guardians 2, D tier. Ragnarok, Captain Marvel.
I think I would put Far From Home right above Black Panther.
Above Black Panther.
Yeah, I think so.
I like Homecoming more.
I know you do, but I just really like Jake Gyllenhaal. Like, what a man!
I'll go below Black Panther.
Below
Above
Black Panther,
Homecoming.
but right above. Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
I can do that.
Yep.
They're
Sounds good.
about even for which ones I would rewatch for those two. And I'm talking about Black Panther and Far From Home.
Yep.
But yeah. So, not a bad spot, but definitely not one of the great ones.
No.
But there's there's a lot of problems I do have with this movie. And it, you know what? Yeah, underneath Black Panther is definitely a very fair spot for it. Because there are a lot of problems with this movie, and it is part of them trying to set up so much.
Yeah.
And but there's a lot that I do like in this movie too, because they do a lot of little nods towards the comic books. And like Ned and Betty Brant getting together, that was a nod towards the comics. When Peter pulls out his suitcase, it's got BFP on the
Ben fucking Parker.
You need to censor that.
No.
That the Netflix ones you can get away with swearing, but for these ones you gotta censor it.
I refuse.
There was a couple other ones. The
Penis Parker.
Marvel. No, he actually doesn't get called
Penis
that in this
Parker.
one. He gets called
Penis Parker.
That was in Homecoming.
Penis
and
Parker.
Awful, and that was awful in Homecoming. So
I'm just saying.
I know, but it was awful in Homecoming. The Marvel Zombies nod with Iron Man climbing out of the grave during the Mysterio illusion. That one was a cool nod.
Yeah.
There was just a lot of little nods towards the comics that I really like about this movie, which you don't really get so much in Homecoming.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're not even listening to me because I feel like you're just zoning right now.
Because that's just wrong.
What? What's wrong about the nods to the comics?
I'm just saying we get more in Homecoming.
Because Prowler's in it?
No.
Okay, what other nods do you get to the comics in Homecoming then?
We got Prowler. We have the original Shocker. We have the scene where he lifts the building.
Shocker.
It's Herman Schultz.
He doesn't look like Shocker. He is not the Shocker from the comics.
Well, guess what?
Calling him Shocker just because they called him Shocker is not calling it.
Well, guess what? Mysterio's a blonde in the comics. Ha!
I didn't even bring up Mysterio as the nods to the comics.
We got Peter being in high school. That's a nod to the original comics.
I mean, he's still in high school in here, so it's the same
guess
nod.
what? He's also in Venice here. You remember a time Spider-Man went to
I'm
Venice?
just saying, if you're going to say it's because he's in high school, then he's in high school here too.
Vulture
so
being one of the first villains he fights.
That's a pretty good one. But anyways, I just thought there was better nods. I'll put it that way.
You suck.
I don't really like the Prowler from the comics. So I mean,
technically he's not the original Prowler.
He's not even the original Prowler from the comics. So yeah, but
checkmate.
But let's see. Quick rundown through my thing. I already brought up that.
Make it fast.
Yeah, we've already gone way too long.
I don't want to talk about this movie anymore.
Mysterio shows up before you see him.
Yeah, he's in the airport. I love that detail.
Not in the airport.
No, he is.
But
Jake Gyllenhaal. He's walking through the airport.
No. It's not the airport scene. It's the montage scene when they first get to Venice. Because MJ's standing there with the pigeons all on her, and then it zooms in on Peter, and then it goes back to MJ, and there's a guy who's in the background with the hat on, and he turns around, and it's Jake Gyllenhaal. It's not in the airport, but it's close.
No,
it's like right after.
There's another scene where he's in the airport, and we see him.
Oh, okay. So there was multiple times that he was there.
No, I know exactly what you're thinking of. That isn't Jake Gyllenhaal. That's the assistant. You know, the one who was on the bus.
Oh,
that was who that was.
Okay, yeah.
In the background, but in the airport, there's a scene where you see Peter walking, and Jake Gyllenhaal's like
I think you're the one who's misremembered.
Well, we'll look at the new rock stars breakdown then.
Oh, well, okay.
Not right now, because we're trying to get done with
We're trying to
this.
get through this. The biggest problem I have with all the special effects I have, how did he get water coming up through the streets of Venice with apparently only 5 drones that they had made for their small budget side of things?
Well, those things were able to take down the Hulk.
I mean, maybe, kind of, a little bit.
Well,
but,
they literally did.
But still, how are they bringing water up through the streets all the way? Because they travel quite a distance to where Mysterio fights the Hydro Man. It brings the water quite a distance, and special effects.
No.
It's
because it's just the it's just the drones. They're like water park rides. They just shoot the water.
they just have unlimited water. They're hooked up to the fire hydrants.
Right. Yeah.
But
no, they're making simulated water.
And then on that note, also Peter Parker is fighting the Molten Man. But how much heat can those drones really be getting off that he would think that he's fighting something made of lava? Like,
well, I mean, how many drones do you think are under there?
They don't have access to all of them, so like maybe 6 or 7 at the most. 7 or 8 at the most. No, it is 8 because when they're doing the rehearsal after he gets eaten, they only have 8 drones for that one rehearsal.
Yeah, so imagine like 8 heaters just.
Yeah, but they have to be in different spots. They can't all be there giving the heat.
So it's like, how much heat do you think a jet produces?
Not as much as a giant lava monster eating all the metal in a city square. They're not that powerful.
How do you know? You didn't build them.
Because then you wouldn't be able to stand.
Are they repulsor technology?
Maybe, but the repulsor technology doesn't give off that much heat. The repulsor technology doesn't get off that much heat. The only time it gets off heat is when it's the literal unibeam, where he shoots a concentrated laser.
Okay, you're getting too into this.
Right? I am, but I'm just a little bit.
It's just rage bait, bro.
And then
it was just a prank.
The scene that, you know what? Put this one under Homecoming, because there is a scene that completely unnecessary, has no connection to anything, and just makes this movie stupid. And that's the scene where he gets the Night Monkey suit with the German girl, and she's like, undress. And it's like, what the heck is going on
goes
here?
Under Homecoming.
Yeah, no, this goes under Homecoming because of that scene. And it's such a stupid scene. And then who in the world starts with their pants when they're undressing?
With their pants? That's a good question.
Like, who does that?
Peter Parker's a weirdo.
The thing you do is
he's wearing a flannel.
He's wearing
he took the pants
flannel.
He took the pants off before he unbuttoned his flannel.
Yeah, no,
that's weirdo, bro.
So stupid.
You know what? He deserved to get clipped.
It was unnecessary, and it leads to another unnecessary scene.
We get Brad in this movie.
Oh gosh, Brad. Yeah, we did get Brad in this movie, which sucked too. So yeah, under Homecoming for.
You know what? Actually, I gotta pull this back up because this is some new information I wasn't thinking of before. I'd say this movie goes under Iron Man 2, to be honest.
I assume it's Homecoming, Iron Man 2.
It's Homecoming, both seasons of Luke Cage, then Iron Man 2.
Under Homecoming, I put it between the the Luke Cage seasons.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
People are going to be so confused when we rank the show.
If you don't watch all the video, you're not going to know. Final note. The
movie sucks.
But there was a lot that could have been good about this movie. And that's another... I mean, we talk about a lot. But the shield and the hammer that he makes while wearing a Stark tech suit.
Could you imagine the run of if we had Thor Ragnarok the way I pitched it to you, Black Panther, Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, good, or a Nova movie, Endgame, and then if Far From Home was good, could you imagine that run?
Yeah. That would have been fantastic. Man. Yeah, that sucks that we didn't get it that way. But and then final thing, the way Mysterio gets him to say specific things that he's trying to get him to say. I really like that scene. And then
Execute them all.
execute them all.
Yeah.
Like I did like that part. That
Which
was pretty
also in that recording, Mysterio's dying, correct?
Yeah, but it's the video is taken from him laying down on the ground.
Yeah, I know,
but the recording is coming from Edith because they have
I
connection
know
to
that, but I'm
Edith.
saying the implication is in this moment, Mysterio is taking like his last breaths, and Spider-Man says, "Execute them all." So who do they think stopped Spider-Man?
Nick Fury, obviously, because they all know about Nick Fury. You know, the secret agent that's in space
Mhm.
who doesn't exist no
No,
more.
but like in real world, do they think Mysterio stopped him while he's like dying, or like?
They're thinking. Oh wait, I'm trying to remember. Did they say there was? I'm trying to remember if Jonah Jameson says something along the lines like there was a Stark failsafe for the technology or something like that.
We'll see when we get to No
Yeah,
Way Home. It's
but-
not too far away.
Yeah, no, we're not that far because we're gonna be watching it. Well, are we gonna be watching it for our rewatch of the Spider-Man movies, or are we skipping that one until we get to it?
What do you mean? No Way Home?
No, wait. Sorry, I was thinking something else.
Okay. Wait, so were there really only 2 movies in between this and No Way Home?
We get Black Widow. We get
and
Shang-Chi.
Eternals.
We get Eternals, so that's 3. Then we have how many shows?
Yeah, but those are were there really only 3 movies in between this and the sequel to it?
Maybe, yeah.
It was like how many years was that between this and No Way Home release?
It was like 4 years. Yeah, they released a lot of Disney Plus content and then only 3 movies. Wow. Anyways, any other thoughts?
No. So thank you all for watching this terrible review.
We did a great job on this one.
I'm Bladen. That's Joe. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things, and we'll see you in the next one where hopefully we review something good. Bye, everybody.
Black Widow.